is going on, everybody? Today is a good day. Not only are we going to be able to experience the latest installment in the greatness, no, not only just that. We are here today to celebrate something extremely special. Earlier this week, the news coup came by my house. I heard the it was flapping. And within the flaps, I smelled the money. I heard the gold coins. Cha-ching! Like Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. Alright? I heard it from the news coup. It dropped the newspaper. It landed on my window. I picked it up. And I looked at it. And when I looked at it, it said something very, very special, man. It stated that at this point in time, at the beginning of 2021, the best-selling manga in history has officially reached 480 million copies sold. So me, I was like, wait. So I went on Wikipedia, the greatest source of information, and it states right here, I gotta put the glasses back on for this one, that Batman, which started in 1939, has approximately 484 million comics sold. That means that at some point in time this year, I am going to have to change my intro from nearly the second best-selling comic of all time to the second best-selling comic of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to read the latest installment in the Wano Awesome Sauce of the one, the only One Piece. Dude, let's get it. I can't even tell y'all how excited I was whenever I read that, because as a fan of this story, it makes me so happy to see that not only is sustained popularity a thing within this for One Piece, but the fact that new people are experiencing this, the fact that new individuals that I see all the time on Twitter, on YouTube, and obviously the individuals in Japan are picking up new volumes. They're continuing the journey or starting the journey. And that makes me so happy. And the fact that where we are right now could end up being the greatest that the series has to offer up until this point. Wano and Onigashima have been absolutely spectacular. And Onigashima every single week has just been like, son, I feel like I'm having more fun now than I've ever had. And that's saying something, dude. Like, seriously. This arc is really special. It is really, really special, man. But I hope everybody's doing absolutely amazing. I'm recording on some new software right now, trying to test out the waters and whatnot. So if things sound a bit weird, and I'll try to fix it in post-editing and whatnot. But for right now, we are here. We're going in like swimwear, live and ready in action. Well, not really live, but it's live in my heart. So live, ready, and up and into like swimwear, man, for chapter 1002. And let's get right into this, bro. On this wonderful... I was just talking about this, bro. So the other day, I did a video on chapter 524, and I was like, just look at the man who's on there. Look at him. And look at who's here today. Not only is the chapter titled, and I quote, Emperors versus the New Generation. That tells me that we are still on the rooftop. But no, we see the birds, the legends, surrounding Robert D. Luffy. Are you kidding me, bro? Yo, I've been saying this for a while now, but it really does feel like, with these cover pages, Oda's preparing himself for what's to come. Because he realizes that after this arc, he's going to have to draw all of those part-timers as full-timers. Like, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Rob Lucci. A lot more, hopefully, NL, Blackbeard, these legendary characters. So, and then Shanks and whatnot, you know, as we've been seeing in these past couple of like cover pages and title pages and all that stuff. So it always feels like he's always trying to keep the pen fresh for when the time comes and they all become full-timers. You'll feel like you never miss a step. And look at my boy Rob Lucci, bro. Even whenever he's feeding birds, he's dripped out. Who can say that, man? That's my boy right there, dog. Robert D. Lucci. Cover art request by pen name X5Go. Lucci feeding pigeons in the park. Love it. Love it. You love to see it. But let's get to the chapter, bro. The fact that look at guy, I can't believe we're still on the roof, bro. I could have sworn that after the last chapter, we were gonna go to, I don't know, Sasaki. We were gonna go to what was going on with Sanji. We were gonna go to Marco and King and Queen. We're gonna do anything else, but was on the rooftop. We're still on the roof. It's like Oda's like, listen, man. I know what the people want. I understand that y'all find what's happening down below extremely interesting. The matchups, and potential backstories, all that stuff. I understand that. But for right now, monsters are battling on top of the roof of Onigashima, son. You know? Destructive wind. Shout out to my brother. He voted for Kaido yesterday. I don't think I voted for Kaido yet. But anyways, he voted for Kaido yesterday. That reminded me. I was like, man, I gotta vote for Kaido. Destructive wind. And he goes in, pulls it all back. I mean, dude is looking straight up like Slack for the Sky Dragon with this things happening in the background. You can just hear the narrator, you know, hyping up Slifer right now. And he lets out a and there goes the same attack that was let out on the 9 scabbards. You know, the one that cut off Kiku's arm, as we see right here. So continuous Getsuga Tenshos right here. We see a pop, and then we see my man Eustace Kido come up in, pull out his Gundam, and get right in the action. I was so hyped yesterday. I started playing, I don't know if you guys ever played Titanfall. It's a first-person shooter where like you can switch between mechs and, you know, being like a regular human versus human. But I played that game yesterday for the first time in like 3 years, right? And with just me being in the overall hype of stuff like this, stuff like Trails of Cold Steel, you know, like I'm always in a Gundam mood. So it's like just being able to hop in a mech. I mean, I was like, yo, heed my call, Volleyball, you know. I was like, yo, punk run, you know what I mean? So it was super exciting, and I was hoping, I was like, man, I hope we get to see Kid in some punk rod and vice action, you know. And the fact that he's going up in like swimwear, dude is still in his mech, and it's looking as cool as ever. That's what I love to see. So here we go. We're going to see a little more from the backside as more metal continues to clang on the ground. Big deal. It's made of junk anyway. And he's like, yo, screw the fact that you just cut up one of my, a piece of my Gundam here. Who cares? It's a piece of junk. Love it. And here comes Zoro. And you see a slice go towards him, and he just, you know, he just takes this slice and just sends it towards a mountain. Am I watching Zoro or am I watching Ichigo at the end of the Ranka arc, bro? Like, mountain, whoosh. You love to see, bro. Look at Zoro's facial expression on the left. Look at Zoro's facial expression. You do not want to mess with Roronoa Zoro when he has that facial expression and the bandana. Oh, that was raw. That was raw, dude. Getsuga Tensho. Zoro just said, "This? You want it? You're attempting to hit me with this? That junk out of here." And then here comes the king. Oh, I love this panel so much because you get to see the trajectory that he came in order to, you know, charge up the impact of this blow. So he goes in, joom, 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 gomu, gomu, no, cape flying back in the wind, the straw hat is moving. He's right in front of Kaido, and then a double page spread that looks absolutely incredible. Kong rifle! So he goes in, now we see the Kong rifle, it decks Kaido. I'm talking about, yo, bam, uppercut, sends him flying backwards. We get to see Kid in his Gundam. He gets right under Kaido. And we get to see it right here. Some more of the metal. It looks like he grabs him in like this, like German suplex or he's like grabbing his head here. And he says, Gibson. Oh yeah, he's definitely finishing off the blow. This is a tag team attack right here. This is like the Road Warriors. You know what I mean? With a Doomsday device or something. So Luffy goes in, King Rifle causes Kaido to like flip back. So let's just say in wrestling terms, like Luffy's on the top rope. He like pushes him off. He's like, yo, Kong Rifle, the big guy, Great Khali, whatever the case may be. And he's like, yo, I mean, he's tripping. He's tripping hard. So he's like, he's like, oh, like, where am I, Kind of like, oh, yo, I just got hit by a Kong Rifle in my chin, dude. Oh, where am I? Sendo Smash style. And then he lands right on top of Kid, Gibson, and then we get another dope face spread. Gibson slam, hits him with a German suplex right down to the ground. And it's a German suplex to Kaido inside of a Gundam, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it can't get any better than this. We get to see the scar right here on his chest perfectly. As Kaido, he winces a little bit. He's like, man, like, he scowls like sweet Flagnars. Then we see Law. Law goes in. As Kaido goes towards Law, he gets out of the way. You see, blink, blink. I've never dissected a dragon before. I've never dissected a dragon before. But I reckon the heart is around here. Gamma Knifeu! I love that attack so much, dude. Gamma Knife right into Kaido's heart, right next to his scar. And you see that he is in pain. Dude is in pain, bro, as he just received this triple attack from the big three. Now it starts, so you can counter my durability? I guess you're not the suicidal fools I took you for. And there you see him. He genuinely looks like he's like, scratching it off a little bit. Like, all right, man, let's do this. You know what I mean? So he goes and we get to see Killer right here as Killer uses his Punishers. And he's going up towards Kaido's scales right here. He inflicts pain through one of them. I've been through hell because of this tough hide. But it looks like I can get through if I slice you up from the inside. And he starts spinning it up a bit. Okay, Killer. Sonic Scythe. Okay, Killer. He uses Sonic Scythe. Dude, this looks like an attack you would see in Smash Bros. I mean, the attack is taking up the entire battlefield. Kaido is, look at his back. Thing's looking like a geometry angle. I mean, seriously, more like a statistics angle, like the IQR. It goes down from one end to the other. You got to see the highs and the lows. So, dude has his back completely bent as he's doing this attack here. Sonic Scythe, and we get to see that it does in fact go through Kaido here. Unless this is like a mental image of what's actually taking place to Kaido, because man, if he actually landed all of these attacks that are going through Kaido's back, then shout out to Killer. Sonic Scythe. Oh no, that hit. That 100% will certainly hit, son. And we get to see Kaido is like, whoa. And then we get to see, what is that? What is cursed? So I'm going to assume something is coming in at a very fast speed because Killer looks shook. Oh my god, it's Big Bob. Just when things could not get any worse. Right now, while Kaido is taking all these attacks, now here comes Big Mamu. Indra. And we get to see lightning coming out of Kaido's backside right here. And Killer just gets smacked. Killer gets sent all the way downtown, bro. I mean, dude saw the light. I mean, Oda legit saw... Killer saw the light before the attack hit. I see the light. I mean, it was staring at that thing like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. The dude gets smacked right here. Big Mom is ready, and now she's ready to join in on the fun, man. Killer! Mama. There will be no escape for anyone under the heavens. Hey, talk to my boy Shin about that one. These brats are tougher than expected. And so Kaido continues to attack here as he opens up his mouth and goes right towards Killer. But the King was having none of that. I love this attack so much, dude. And maybe it's because I am coming from the realm of seeing awesome drop kicks coming from like Okada, AJ Styles. Like, these just perfectly timed drop kicks that send people immediately down to the ground. And based on how Dressrosa was heavily based on professional wrestling, just with Gats typing up Luffy, making sure that the crowd understands the stakes and all. That was all pro wrestling. And of course, the G1 climax taking place at the beginning of the arc. Like, Dressrosa has so many hints and pieces to, and homages to professional wrestling, and Oda's love for that. So whenever I first saw the Rhino Schneider, is in Japanese the Reno Schneider, it is the dropkick. It is the pro wrestling dropkick. I'm talking about ta, and I've always loved this attack so much because the way that it shows, especially in the anime, when like the legs pull back and you see the force that comes out when it goes. I mean, it sounds great. It looks great. What more can you want from an attack, man? So this is definitely one of my favorite Gear 4th attacks. Reno Schneider! And it decks Kaido right in his grill as it should. Because this is the king we're talking about, man. It's the king. And he goes, and then we can see the attack from another angle. Okay, Oda. So we get to the attack from Kaido's angle. Then we get to see the attack from Luffy's angle as he, finishes off, decking him right in the grill. So Luffy now has 2 clean hits in this chapter on Kaido, where he wobbled him up a little bit. The Kong rifle, which looks spectacular, and now the Reno Schneider. I mean, let's get it, dude! So Kaido pulls back. You get to see the beam. Oh, man. Here we go. He's charging it up, son. Draf, give me a boost. Zoro? You ingrates are testing my patience. I'm not a babysitter! You know what makes this 10 times funnier? I'm rewatching Dressrosa in the dub right now, and the amount of times that, like, right now I'm in the Greenbit portion, before the Fujitora and Doflamingo stuff. Before that, whenever they're crossing the bridge and whatnot, the amount of times that this man Law is like, yo, are you guys pulling my leg, dog? Like, come on, take this seriously. To Usopp and Robin. Like, I just could not stop laughing. And then, the gear, only Law can rock when he was rocking in that arc, you know what I mean? Well, that's not necessarily true because Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy were all in, like, similar, and Frankie were all in, like, similar types of disguises and whatnot. But, he was rocking. He was rocking it, man. The mustache looking like he was related to Roger or whatever with the sunglasses. But still, like, this reminded me of that, like, the little banter that he would have on Rosso, where it was like, yo, am I the only one taking this seriously? Like, come on now, coach. It's like, yo, I'm not a babysitter, man. Like I understand that we've been cool for a minute, but do you just expect me to follow everyone's orders, even the vice captains? Like, you better believe it. You're a part of our crew. And if you're a part of the Straw Hats, you know how it goes. You listen to Luffy, you listen to Nami, and then you're gonna listen to Zoro, bro. You feel me? Like, that's just the way it works. That's just the way it works, dog. I'm not a babysitter. Pop? So I'm going to assume that Law did the room here, because he has his finger out. Pop, blast breath. So he does the bite. This man's Zoro took the same attack. Last time was Prometheus. Alright, Prometheus was coming down and was about to decimate anything in its path. Luffy was going to have to use some sort of attack in order to, either equal it out or use Observation Hawk to get out the way. But because he was so caught off guard, it might not have gone that way, So I'm glad that Zoro came in with this attack. But the fact that in front of Kaido, a fully incanted, we're talking about, like, how certain attacks, like the Kamehameha, it is stronger when it's a full Kame. This man stated blast breath after holding it in for 2 panels. That is full. And he took the full blast breath, the full flaming Kamehameha, and he hit that thing with the flaming slice on some Getsuga. I mean, right down the middle, he's splitting the flames. Zoro is out here splitting flames, and he just learned this attack. And people still try telling me that this man does not have the Sharingan under that eye. He has it. And even if it's not physically there, we know it's there spiritually. We know it's there on the inside. The Sharingan is within this man, bro. When you're able to use somebody's attack in this way and make it your own, on some truly artistic stuff here, let's get it, dude. Takes it all, cuts the flames, puts it right down the middle. Luffy's even behind him like, sweet Aunt Jemima. Zoro! And he's continuing. One sword style. What? Kaido dodge! Big Mom just told Kaido to dodge an attack. To dodge an attack from the Vice Cap. She just told Kaido that an incoming attack from Zoro is gonna deal some damage. An incoming attack is worthy of being dodged, bro. This is about to deal hefty amounts of damage. And in Big Mom's mind, she's looking at his HP bar slowly going down. And she's like, yo, this attack's gonna take it from here, and it's gonna put it right here, son. You better watch out. Zoro hype. Kaido dodge. That's not your average sword. Enma. Flying Dragon. Blaze. And he does so much damage. I don't know if this is speed or if this is him cutting it off like he did back in chapter 959 and in 950 or in 958 and in 955, where he hit it with so much strength that instead of just cutting off what was there, he cut off the entire cliff. I'm going to assume that's what happened here, but the fact that it happened to the skull of Onigashima, cutting off one of the horns like Zoro, son. Kaido dodge is not your average sword. Flying Dragon. Blaze. And I'm talking clean cut. I mean, the cleanest cut. Yo! Why is Odin's aura emanating from his sword? You really underestimated him. Wheeze, I missed. No, Zoro missed, but the fact still remains that there was enough force behind that attack to completely cut off one of the horns of the skull of Onigashima, son. Like, yo, if Big Mom would not have told Kaido to dodge, Big Mom told Kaido to dodge, bro. Like, yo, that by itself tells me that was the strongest attack that so far. Well, actually, no, that's not necessarily true because Big Mom just got back to the action, so this could have been like equal to the ones that we saw earlier. But regardless, that's from a hype standpoint, Big Mom being here within what's going on in this current battle to state, yo, Kaido dodge. This attack must have, like, she must have seen that this is a smash ultimate, dude. She must have seen this as like a limit break. Like, yo, you cannot get hit by, and if you get hit by that, we're gonna be in some trouble, son. But the fact that this attack is called Flying Dragon Blaze is so, like, fire. I can't wait to hear the Japanese pronunciation of that because it's just gonna sound awesome. Why is Odin's arm emanating from his sword? You really underestimated him. And he's wheezing. Luffy looks over, and then another Indra lightning attack hits Zoro right there. Zoro! And then here we get another double pace spread. Mama, you're all sitting ducks now. There's no way out. Heavenly Dominion, Shiva's Wrath. Okay, so now they're definitely summoning things from Final Fantasy, of Shiva's even getting involved here. So we see lightning and it comes down. Does it hit Luffy? Luffy can't be hurt by lightning? Did they not watch Skypiea? They don't know about it. They don't know about it. It's like a natural disaster. So you see right here, as these things continue to just take up the entire vicinity with this massive storm. What? And we see, what is that, Zeus? Or Prometheus? I think that's Prometheus. That comes up here from the side and gets right in front of Kid. See, and we get to see another explosion as we see Law right here on the ground and continuous lightning bolts coming on through here. Let's see. We go up here and then Luffy gets immediately back up. Straw Hat, why weren't you fried by my lightning? She ain't know. She didn't have the brain capacity. Big Mom skipped Skypiea. And this is what happens when you skip one of the greatest arcs in all of manga. Not just One Piece. Not one of the greatest arcs just in One Piece. This is what happens when you skip one of the greatest arcs of all time. You fail to realize what NL failed to realize. That lightning cannot hurt the king. Why? Because he's made of rubber. You feel me? Like, yo, Big Mom was one of those dudes that skipped Skypia. Her fault. Her fault. If you skip Skypia, you deserve to get whooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm made of rubber. You're gonna pay for going after Zoro and the others. Yo, this man Luffy said you're gonna pay for going after my vice cap. And then Kaido lets out another blast breath. It looks like Luffy manages to... Does he get hit by this or does he dodge this a little bit? Blast breath? No, he tanked it. That's my king. He tanked it. He's ready for the Kaido. What fire isn't effective either? Is this a trick? Nope. Guts. And you can see he is bleeding. But he's like, yo, I'm tanking these attacks because I know that in order for this battle to go in the way that I need it to go, I need to tank attacks and hit you with something just as strong. Let's go. That's my goat. Gomu Gomu no. He gets another clean hit on Kaido. Kong Gatling. Let's go. And he just starts wailing on Kaido's head, putting everything behind his fist. I've always loved the Gatling, man. Whether it was the original Gatling, the Jet Gatling is one of my favorite attacks in the whole series. And now the Kong Gatling in action against Kaido, bro. Let's go. And just the way this attack is angled looks so good because you get to see the full extent of how much force is bringing in behind these attacks. And the fact that he's just wailing on him, man. You know, my friends yesterday were playing Smite. And I heard somebody say, when somebody's attacking you, you ult. Like, yo, you use your ultimate in order to deflect these attacks that are coming your way. This man, Luffy, suggests that, bro. Like, yo, I just got hit by an attack. This blast breath. It's time for me to use one of my ultimates here. Kong Gatling. And he just starts wailing on Kaido because he realized after earlier on in the chapter, Kong Rifle did that thing on him. Reno Schneider did that thing on him. Let me hit this man with multiple attacks within one. Goes right in, gets one clean hit, and then he just starts wailing. Kong Gatling, son. Let's go. Let's go, man. Another incredible chapter. A chapter so high, I forgot to put on the Santa hat, man. Even though this was clearly a Santa hat level chapter, son. Clearly. Son, let's go, man. No break next week. Chapter 1002 end. It looks like this is the way that they decided to end the chapter, man. And all power to them. This was, I'm still in shock that we actually managed to stay up on the rooftop. And not only did we stay on the rooftop, but everything transitioned so beautifully from 1000 to 1001 to 1002. Like, this chapter had so much hype going into every single section. But specifically on the parts of Luffy and Zoro, bro. Zoro and Killer. Yo! With that sonic scythe. But, man, dude, Zoro utilizing that attack and forcing Big Mom to say, yo, Kaido, you gotta dodge this, son. Like, yo, Kid continuing his Gundam action, you know, Log getting his room. He did a Gamma Knife. That was so raw. Gamma Knife to what we think is his heart. And then, of course, we got to see the King, man, and 3 attacks. Clean attacks, bro. Kong Rifle, Reno Schneider, and the Kong Gatling. And what I love so much about this statement right here at the end is that this has happened multiple times before. You know, Luffy understands that. You know, he took the full blunt of Sables and Mamaragans, Rokugans. You know, he's taken, in all of these boss battles that he's fought in this story, he's taken the strongest attacks of the individuals that he's fighting at the end of the arc, you know, of the main antagonists. And every single time that he does, he ends up coming back and going up in Lex Storm because he realizes in order to take on this individual, I need to show myself that I can tank these. I can't be afraid of these attacks. I cannot be afraid of taking just a simple attack, not even an ultimate, a simple, like, R1A. This is literally Kaido's R1A. You know, this is like, yo, it's a normal base attack for this guy. So the fact I need to tank this and hit him with something double, you know, to showcase that we are on a battlefield. We're here to play, and we're all monsters up here, you know? So I love this. I love that statement, because we know why lightning won't hurt him. He's made of rubber. But to see him tank the fire, to see him tank the blast breath, showcases like, yo, this ain't no trick. It ain't because I'm made of rubber. It's because I have heart and I have guts, homie. Let's go. Gomu Gomu no Kong Gatling. Love it. You love to see it, bro. You love to see it. Putting everything behind his fists. What another spectacular chapter. Emperors. I forgot Rob Lucci was in the title. Emperors versus New Generation. Let's go, man. Let's go. The sights. Cutting up the punk rotten a little bit here. With his Gundam. It's made of junk anyway. Zoro being like, dude. With his Kong rifle and combining that with the Gibson suplex. Gibson slam here. Gamma knife. Kaido getting up a bit. Then, this attack from Killer was sick. Sonic Scythe. Sick. Indra coming in, sending Killer down in the flagners, made him see the light. Then my boy Luffy comes in. Where you looking, bro? Keep your eyes on me. Rhino Schneider. Then Zoro went up in like swimwear room. He cuts the blast breath in half. That was so goat. And then Big Mom tells him to dodge. Flying Dragon Blaze. Amazing. Amazing, dude. Let's go. What I love so much about that moment, that is a true, showcasing of power without having it actually land. Because what we got to see there is not only how strong that attack is visually, because we got to see the horn be cut off in a similar way that it was with the cliff, but we also got to see another character, a character who we know is extremely powerful within this verse, a character whose destructive capabilities are insane in Big Mom. Tell Kaido, whom she realizes is a monster, is like, yo, you gotta dodge. You gotta dodge this one, son. You love to see it, man. You love it. And then Zoro, of course, gets hit by the Indra. And I can't wait to see him getting back in that action. I don't know if Zoro and Killer, because I don't think we see them for the rest of the chapter. Did they get sent down flying? Did that Indra attack send them on a downward spiral into another location, or did they just get electrocuted in midair and they fell down onto just a random part of the rooftop? Is that what happened here? I'm going to assume that's what happened here. But Shiva's wrath with this hurricane, typhoon, lightning everywhere, it's nuts, and I just start striking all over the place. But man, what a fun action chapter. Just continue. This fight between the Big Mom and Kaido and the five here are gonna end up being the GOAT fight, man. It really is, because if it's starting off like this, it already feels like a massive boss battle, and you can already tell that dudes are still utilizing new techniques. They're still utilizing new ways to use these abilities they just gained. So it's gonna be nuts, man. Luffy's still in Gear 4th, bro. Wait until my man starts switching out and be like, okay, man, I gotta use Snake Man for this, or you with the real hockey Snake Man, I gotta switch over. Maybe he uses Tank Man or something, or maybe another form beyond that. Who knows? But to see him doing all of this in this form that he's gotten accustomed to using throughout this entire the entirety of the post time skip, testing it out for the first time against Doflamingo, then going up in swimwear and utilizing this in Whole Cake Island multiple different times against Cracker and then against Katakuri, and then of course the times that he's used it within this arc. So it's every single time that he uses it, he gets more accustomed and more used to it being I'm to me, and at the end of Whole Cake Island, whenever he switched over to Snake Man, before he did that, Bound Man was already almost completely conquered for him. But it was within Wano that I felt okay, no, he's got it. When we first got to Onigashima and he went into it just to take on some fodder, that's when I knew he mastered Gear 4th. He's got it down to a T. So you love to see it. You love to see his growth, not only as a character and as a captain throughout this arc, just internally, but externally through his actions, and of course through his abilities, and you can truly see just how much this man has grown from a power standpoint, thanks to what he's gone through throughout all of those arcs within Gear 4th, and of course with his real hockey training, thanks to Hyogoro, man. So shout out to the king. Kaido is still taking all these attacks. I'm wondering how he's going to respond to this Kong Gatling in particular, because I'm going to assume after this chapter we are going to stay on this rooftop and see what happens after that. I wonder if the act ends up here on the rooftop. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about something crazy happening up here on the rooftop? I don't know, man, they start going up in swimwear, forcing either Kaido or Big Mom's hand for them to use like one of like their best forms. Like I don't know, Kaido goes in a hybrid form or something to end the act. I don't know, and that leads to the act ending. Like, what about if Oda's giving us all of this before the act ends? So like he has it in his mind. Act 3 is about to end, but let's show the boss battle for a bit first. Then someone gets serious, like legit, like dead serious. Hybrid form or Big Mom using whatever she's gonna have in store. Maybe it's gonna be that form from the end of Whole Cake Island with like flaming hair and all that stuff. That was nuts. But you know, just a form that raises the stakes and takes it to a level even farther beyond. Because this is a boss battle, so you got to hit that next level. You know, that safer Sephiroth level, whatever, right? So like, is that gonna be how we end the act? Or are we going to see all the matchups down below, see the start of it, and then that's when the act ends? I don't know, because at this point with the 3-act storytelling structure that Oda's going for with Wano, I have no idea how he plans to end it. But the scary thing is when he does end it, let's just say we get a couple more insanely hyped chapters like this, and he ends the act after, you know, some more of this insane action battle sequences and like how to go into hybrid form. You know, let's just throw that out there. Let's just say that is a possibility. So he goes into hybrid form. That's how you end the act. What's going to be insanely crazy is that no matter what you do, it's like in Oda's mind, it's like, no matter what I'm going to do, it's going to be fire. Like I'm finding these incredible action, or I'm writing these incredible action sequences. I'm giving the people what they want in this battle of legends taking place on the rooftop, and then I can just switch at any given time to Sabo, to Vivi, to the Truth, the SSG, the Battle Around the World, Hancock, Mihawk, like Weevil, Buggy, at any given point, Blackbeard, Shanks. Like, yo, I'm chilling. He's like, yo, I'm chilling. When we finish Act 3, we'll finish Act 3. But for right now, Wano's going in. Wano's going in. I cannot wait to see more of this amazing battle taking place on the rooftop. And I cannot wait for Toei to get their hands on this, considering the amazing stuff they've done with action sequences in the anime so far. When they get their hands on this battle, it's going to end up being beyond legendary, bro. It's going to be crazy. But I will see y'all next time. Let me know what y'all thought about this incredible chapter in the comment section down below. How amazing is it that we are continuing to stay up here on the rooftop, bro, when just like me, a lot of you I saw in the comment section down below were predicting that we're going to switch off from this later, but no, we are still here. We are still here seeing our main characters go up in like swimwear against these two monsters, well, technically everybody up here is a monster, but you know, with these two bosses that they have to encounter, and seeing them actually hold their own, and for Luffy to tank an attack, for Zoro to use an attack that's so strong that causes Big Mom to yell, you gotta dodge. Luffy getting 3 clean hits, and the last one being one that has to deal massive damage, bro. I mean, this is a Kong Gatling. So just exciting stuff all around from all of the characters. Just a stellar action chapter, man. And I cannot wait for more. But I'll see y'all next time. One Piece greatness. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. And I will see y'all for hopefully the afterthoughts in this upcoming weekend. And then from then on out, there's no break next week. So we will be here for chapter 1003 of the best-selling manga in history, and hopefully with some more millions in our pockets so we can finally change up the intro to the second best-selling comic of all time, man. So have a great day. One Piece awesome sauce. Y'all have a blessed one, man. Let's go, dude. Yo, what a time, man. What a time.